We're diving into something that feels almost impossible for a lot of people in Dallas, getting a brand new smile. We're talking about dental implants, and more specifically, how you might be able to get them for free or at a seriously low cost right here in the city.
Let's just start with Sarah's story because it says it all. She's a teacher here in Dallas, and listen to this. She got a $30,000 smile makeover for free. Now, I know that sounds like a fantasy, but it's actually happening for people thanks to some really amazing local programs.
But before we get to all that good news, we kind of have to understand the problem. I mean, for thousands of people in Dallas, this whole journey starts with a giant wall. A wall made of money, sure, but also a wall that's just deeply emotional. Yeah, the sticker shock is no joke. A single implant can easily cost as much as a decent used car. And when you're looking at a number like that, you can see why so many people just feel like a healthy smile is completely out of reach. It feels impossible. And, the cost goes way beyond the money. There's a story about a guy named Jacob, a transportation dispatcher. For him, it meant things like constant oral infections that messed with his job. It meant social anxiety. He even had trouble with the basics, like eating and speaking. This stuff isn't just about looks. It really does affect every single part of your life. So how in the world do people like Sarah and Jacob get past all that? Well, this is where the story gets really good. Let's dive into the actual solutions that are available right now in our community. Okay, so there are two big players leading the charge here in Dallas. First up, you've got Dental Grants of Texas. They offer really broad support and have this huge network of dentists all over DFW. Then there's the Share a Smile program, and they really focus on folks who need a lot of work, like a full restoration. You're probably thinking, how is this even possible? Well, it's really this powerful mix of community support. We're talking about nonprofits, big companies sponsoring it, networks of dentists who are literally volunteering their time and incredible skills, and even government grants. Everyone is recognizing that this is a huge public health issue. All right, so this brings us to the big one, the question I'm sure you're asking right now. How do I know if I can get this help? Let's break down exactly what they're looking for. So for pretty much all of these programs, it comes down to three main things. First, your financial need, and you'll need to verify that with things like pay stubs. Second, your actual dental situation, which a participating dentist will check out. And third, you've got to show you're a resident of the Dallas area or Texas. Pretty straightforward. Now, check this out, because this is really interesting. The data shows that a whopping 78% of people getting free implants in Dallas live in a few specific zip codes. What that tells us is that these programs are actually working. They're reaching the communities where the need is the absolute greatest. Okay, so let's say you apply and you qualify. Awesome. What happens then? Let's walk through what that whole journey looks like, from the first appointment all the way to your final brand new smile. The whole thing is broken down into 4 really clear phases, so you always know what's happening. It all starts with a detailed assessment to map out your unique plan. Then comes any prep work, like extractions. Phase 3 is the big one, the surgical placement of the implants. And the final step is the restoration. That's when they attach your beautiful new crowns. And let me be really clear about this. You can have total confidence in the quality of care you're getting. With the technology and the amazing specialists we have here, the success rate for these procedures in Dallas is over 98%. This is not some second-rate treatment. This is absolutely top-tier care. Okay, next up, let's just be totally real for a second. We need to talk about that word free and what it actually means here. Because being upfront about this is super important. It's the number one question everybody has, right? So let's just hit it head on. Is it truly 100%, no strings attached, free? And here's the deal. While it's not always 100% free, these programs provide absolutely massive savings. I mean, just look at this. A full set of implants that could cost you up to 45 grand might be brought down to just 5,000. They cover the huge majority of the cost, which is what makes it possible for so many people. It's also just smart to think about some of the other related expenses. Things like getting to and from your appointments, maybe needing some time off work to recover, and any medications you might need. It's all part of the total investment you're making in yourself and your health. So, if you're watching this and you're feeling that spark of hope and you're ready to actually do something, here is the simple, clear path to get started on this journey, like today. Your game plan is actually pretty simple. First, get your paperwork together. Second, and this is a pro tip, apply to more than one program.
it just increases your odds. And third, be persistent. Follow up, stay in touch, and just stay engaged with the whole process.
And never forget why this matters so much. For a woman named Tasha Williams, who was helped by the Dallas Life Partnership, getting a new smile wasn't just about her health. It directly led to her getting a new job at a hotel, which set her on a whole new career path.
And Tasha's story isn't a one-off thing. The data totally backs it up. When they survey people who've gone through these programs, a massive 94% say they have better job opportunities, and 97% would recommend the programs. The impact is it's undeniable, and it's absolutely life-changing.
So we'll just leave you with this one final thought. This journey to a new smile, it isn't really just about your teeth. It's about confidence, it's about opportunity, it's about your health. It really is a journey to all sorts of new possibilities. So the question is, what could it make possible for you?